I'm not trying to have this ulterior motive here, okay? It's like I want to see you, interact with you, but at the same time, I legit cannot leave the house.
We can only be in my bedroom.
Hi, I'm Ryan, I'm 22, and I'm currently serving National Service, and I am Alison's boyfriend.
Hi, I'm Alison. I'm 22, currently in university, and I'm Ryan's girlfriend.
We were on the same team.
In Overwatch.
In Overwatch. Somehow, I ended up being her dedicated healer for that specific match, and I was like, wow, this person is popping off. It's like, okay, you know what, let me just invite this person, you know, let's queue with this person because I don't want to keep losing with random teammates. And I don't know how you felt about having such a good healer.
It was new to me because I have a very berserker style of playing tank heroes. So it was really new to find a support hero who would like just follow me around, let me do whatever I wanted, keep me alive.
I'm doing half the work for her, so at the same time. Hey, I was a good healer, okay?
Okay.
Then naturally after that I was like, hey, this person actually quite fun to play with. Let me just add you as a friend. And things sort of just took off from there, game after game, day after day.
We got to talking, and you know how those late night chats can be over Discord. Started sharing some personal things. We found out we have a lot in common. Then we moved over to Telegram, then it became more personal. Now we're here.
Eventually, it just got to the point where we would play the game for like 1 or 2 matches and say, you know what, let's just talk with each other, you know, that's more fun. So that's the natural progression. It was like, first it was just the game, then this was purely the game, then the game got shorter, but it got replaced with actual just talking to each other.
We don't even play the game anymore.
No, the game is gone.
We don't even play the game anymore.
Already. So after the first few days, like when the game started to turn into conversations, then I was like, actually, I kind of like this person as a friend. So I wanted to continue that, like, hey, you know what, let me get to know you more. If your humor is really this good and you're really this witty and goofy, like, okay, you know what, let me try and keep you as a friend first. Let me just lock you in, you know. Naturally, as I started to talk to her more, I realized, hey, you know, this person isn't just an online friend. I really see myself. Even if she couldn't be my partner, I was like, you know what, I see this person as a good friend. Maybe I want to hang out with this person eventually.
I felt much the same way. It's very rare to meet someone like this who's so like me, but also so different in all the best ways. So I thought, even if I can't have him as my boyfriend, I just want to keep knowing this person and have him in my life.
So the context is, at the time, I was still bedridden. I couldn't really walk around because I tore my ligament in my knee during National Service training. So I asked her if she would like to come to my house just to chill, watch movies on my computer.
Bold,
yeah, I know, a bit bold, but like that's why I had to like try and phrase it in a way that was like, look, I'm not trying to have this ulterior motive here, okay? It's like I want to see you, interact with you, but at the same time, I legit cannot leave the house.
We can only be in my bedroom. I think it made me feel safer knowing exactly how you tore your ACL.
No, shut up.
Because it's a stupid story.
They don't need to know that.
He tripped on a drain grate.
Hey.
I felt it was really sweet because to invite me over to his place to meet him is something I think requires a lot of trust. I felt so touched, like, oh my god, you already trust me this much to come to your house, you know, your room where you sleep.
Okay, we were both like very nervous and I was like throwing everything at her to try and make conversation.
We talked about a toothbrush he had on his table.
Yeah, because I had a spare toothbrush in a box and it was on my desk. And I was like, oh look, I have a spare toothbrush or whatever.
And I was just like, oh yeah, toothbrush.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
I think you started to crack a few jokes and that's when I was like, oh okay, you actually don't feel too intimidated. Then I was happy, but like there's always the inkling of caution in me, like make sure she is comfortable. That is like my key goal for today. I don't want her to, hi, I had a great night, and then next thing I know, it's her Telegram was like last seen forever, and then my Discord is black. Like,
I didn't want to freak him out or scare him, but I think I might have.
Well, I mean, I think I was just scared as it is. And you didn't like my toothbrush?
No.
My parents were cool with it. I guess they had that sense of, yeah, about time. I think my mom was a bit more intrigued because you're a bit mixed, so she's like, oh wait, where's she from, all that kind of thing.
For me, it took a bit longer to tell my family because I guess I wanted to make sure this was actually going somewhere before committing to tell my friends and my family. But I told my parents and they're like you. Recently, he met my huge extended Eurasian family, and at the end of the night, one of my great uncles patted me on the back and said, you found a good one, Alison. So I think we're all good there. My mom's cool with it. My parents were cool with it because my parents actually met on AOL back in the day. And I also think in this day and age, relationships starting online, progressing online, is not so uncommon as it was before. I mean, it's basically the same as you use the dating site, right? So you met through a medium, just so happens this one was a game.
I mean, my parents are fine with it because I know my sister has met boyfriends from dating apps before, so they are accustomed to that idea. Of course, their main concern is just make sure this person is real. I was like, yes, I have physical verification that this person is indeed real.
Our ethnicities is one of the things we bonded over initially. At the start, we just like told each other like, I'm mixed, he's mixed. We kind of bonded over the fact that we sometimes feel like in our schools or in groups we've been part of, we don't really fit into anywhere, like because sometimes there are cliques, right? Like the Chinese clique, the Malay clique, whatever. We never fit into any of those, and we are always the ones written off as, you don't understand because you're Angmo.
Yeah, that's something I got as well in poly orientation, is I got singled out because they're like, oh, you can speak. I was like, no, I cannot. But fine, if you so insist.
I used to edit my classmates' like homework essays in LaSalle for the small price of one teh O peng because I am the Angmo and I have very good English.
If I share this experience, the other person normally go, oh, good, what? At least people find you useful. I'm like, no, you don't understand. There comes a point where it just gets annoying. So, but yeah, like she's saying that she's a fact checker. Yeah, I was basically the Grammarly for my entire group.
They called me Gram Alley.
I guess we bonded over that and the unique ways of our families sometimes.
Yeah.
The way your family like treats you and gives you that personal freedom, to me, I was like, okay, that's actually quite cool because that's how my family works.
Before meeting him, I had this cat named Loki who I took care of for many, many years. He was aggressive and feral, so I was the only person who could handle him and touch him, and he was the only person I really liked, that he really liked. Sadly, he passed away last year, and the loss was very hard on me because I was so used to taking care of someone, something. I knew I was ready for another cat to kind of fill that gap. And we shopped around a few places. We looked to adopt. We went to SPCA at one point. But in the end, we settled on getting a retired breeding cat from Playground Ragdolls.
She has that tiger mom potential. Yeah, like she would send the kid for piano classes and everything, while I just make sure the kid is fed.
Well, that's also because the cat lives with me.
That's true.
He's like the fun weekend parent who comes sometimes.
I would say the passing of a cat, Loki, that time period was quite bad for both of us because she lost a cat, I lost my grandfather. So we were both grieving.
When Loki was deteriorating, I wasn't even in Singapore. I was in London.
Yeah, and that was something that I had to try and deal with because I went over to her house 3 times. Like she was gone for 3 weeks, so each week I'll go over once just to take care of him and keep him company for a while. But yeah, it was quite difficult for me because your mom would tell me like, hey, he's not doing too good. I had to basically play devil's advocate, like, do I tell you and ruin your trip, or do I like keep it quiet but then you distrust me? But I think eventually your mom
in the end, yeah.
Yeah, your mom had to break the news like, hey, he's not doing good.
Yeah.
After the grieving and unfortunately you had to put him down, that was quite the experience.
The idea that both of us were exposed to how we are in very raw, visceral grief. I think that's one of like the things that you need to. There's like this list, right? It's like things you need to experience with your partner before getting married. One is like being sick, going through a loss, stuff like that. So I think respectively, these losses hit us quite hard.
The way we deal with this negative emotion
is very different.
Yeah, it's very, very different.
Yeah, I tend to let it out, but he keeps it together, I think, in a very selfless way for the sake of other people. And I think when I was going through Loki's passing, that was something really, really selfless that he did. I don't think it's a good thing that he did, but he kind of put aside his grief for his grandfather and was there for me because I was quite literally a wreck.
Yeah, I did everything I could. I just kept you company for a few nights. I stayed at your house. When you start to level off a bit, then I started doing my own grieving. And when I went back,
like tag team grieving.
Yeah, tag team grieving basically, yeah. I guess for me, the good thing is I can just have a normal conversation with her. I am not basically trying to teach you. I don't have to show you a funny picture and like have to explain why it's funny, and then you go, ha, oh, it's not funny. Then also like your humor is really funny because you get me funny shirts also that I definitely cannot wear on camera. But so I like that kind of witty humor.
The thing about him being so patient is that I'm the kind of person who sometimes really needs to be, okay, slow down. Let's take this step by step, because I get very wound up very easily, very caught up very easily. It's good that he's here he grounds me, which is so nice. Thank you so much. Uni.
Yeah, it'll be uni. I'll probably be stuck here for the next 3 or 4 years.
I might be going overseas, so this might become long distance.
I trust her, but I'm also worried because there was a period of time when you went to Oxford for 3 weeks. During that time when you had problems, I couldn't physically be there for you. I had to try and mitigate it through the phone basically.
I also had COVID the whole time.
Oh yeah, and she was sick. So it was like, there are times where like, man, I just wish I was there so I can get the job done for you, you know. It might be much easier, then you don't have to suffer so much. But dealing with the physical separation and also the time difference, like when I'm going to work, you'll be going to sleep, that kind of thing. So pretty confident, like we managed Oxford. I think if you can definitely manage the next one.
Yeah, I'm confident in him. I'm unsure about myself for now, but I think he will be okay. Yeah.
I'm here. I'll be fine, man. My family's here. No worries.
I think, like he said, the physical separation is kind of the biggest problem. So I will have to grapple with dealing with things on my own. But I think that's a good learning experience for me. Okay, it's called Love Letter. That's the heading. Dear Ellie, thank you for being you. I understand it's difficult for you to love me, considering how logical my thinking is. Just a simple byproduct of this great education system. I know that by trying to be smart, I usually end up the stupid one, and I end up testing your patience, making you absolutely lose it. I know you hate the way I treat Fumiya, undoing your suffering and hard work only for my benefit. You probably hate that I cannot drive, sleep like a geriatric man, and overwork myself to no end for no real reason. But despite all this, you always say you love me. You manage to forgive me for all my wrongs, overlook my stupidity and failures, and love me for the silly man I am. You love me even though I may fall short at times or may not always be able to accommodate to your needs. You love me even though I have silly thought processes and silly priorities. You love me even in the face of that I have a living, breathing annoyance of a dog. I am really grateful and thankful for this. Then there's your humor, unbeaten and unmatched, something only we seemingly understand, as though we are on the same wavelength all the time. Our common grievances with the world, how we bond over despising certain things that would better be left unsaid. Yet, despite all the commonalities, we are so different in our own ways, it makes it refreshing and actively enjoyable to talk to each other as best friends would. You love hands-on arts and crafts. I prefer a more technical challenge, typically with electronics, especially with electronics, and that's how I broke your old computer. Throughout the past year and a half, our humor and hobbies have intertwined into this unique understanding, and almost as if it were its own language at this point. I'm ever so thankful that I found you. Through sheer luck, all the cards fell in the right place. From my injury to being online that night, to mustering the courage to speak to you. How this world works, I have no clue. I just know that I feel safe when I'm with you. I'm glad that we got to go through thick and thin together, from the passing of loved ones to intense pain and rehabilitation, to our other life challenges and stresses. We pulled through with our unique love. I love you dearly from the bottom of my rather questionable heart.
Dear Ryan, I don't think I've written to you since the beginning of our relationship. We got busy and settled into a routine, and I think that in itself is really special. Not the fact that we don't write these sappy love letters anymore. We even used to write them for each other when we were still friends, Lamar. Yeah, that's true, now that you mention it. Anyway, but the fact that the nature of our love is that we don't need to be constantly telling each other or shouting it from the rooftops. We can trust in each other and in our love so deeply that sometimes I'm not even sure if you're real. Even after all this time, you still don't know I'm real?
No.
Okay.
Could be a scam.
I never felt like I was missing a piece of myself until I found it in you. We're so alike, yet so different. I find new things to love about you each day, and I hope I continue to from now until the end of time. Wherever life takes us, I promise I'll always be here, completely and irrevocably in love, ready to start our lives together with Fumia. The end. I love you and thank you for everything. Thank you for agreeing to this also. I know
Okay.
it's a bit different and unlike me.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Well, I love you too. Thank you for asking me to do this. I know it's outside your comfort zone because you are a chronically online indoor man.
And me no like camera. Thank you for watching the video.
Comment down below what else you'd like to see.
And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye!